About 300,000 children are abused every year in the U.S. The Child Rescue Coalition is putting an end to child pornography and the horrors that come with it, both physically and mentally. Joining us today is Detective Robert Mauro, an investigator with the coalition and the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. Good morning, Detective. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning, sir. Thank you.
Making the drive up from Fort Lauderdale.
Absolutely.
Very important information here. How big is the problem, and how young are some of these victims?
It's a big problem. It's a growing problem. With the advent of technology growing, every house is more connected, more wired than ever, from cell phones to tablets to laptop computers.
So it's a problem that's always existed, but as you say, it just continues to grow because there is availability.
Right. Every year it's growing. It's a growing problem.
All right. So what are some of the signs to recognize that your child may be talking to an online predator?
Sure. Some of the red flags you want to look for is when that cell phone, that smartphone, or that tablet, or that laptop goes in the bedroom or goes in the bathroom. Right, those are devices that we want to keep in the living area and keep in the eyes view of the parents.
Okay, so what age are we talking about? How young and what range?
So that's really what's so striking, is that some of the child pornography videos and images that we're seeing are as young as toddlers. We've seen infant child pornography, and then it ranges all the way up into the teens. And the younger teens to teenagers is where we have the problem with the smartphones going into their private areas.
All right, so what kind of advice or tips do you have for parents?
Sure. Keep those smartphones, keep those laptops, keep those tablets in the kitchen. Keep the chargers in the kitchen or in the living area. When it's bedtime or it's after dinner time, those devices don't go in the bedroom. They don't go in the bathroom. They stay right where mom and dad can see them. And
as a parent, you need to have this communication, right, with your kid, a trust type of situation.
You do. I think we have to explain, as parents have to explain to their kids that the dangers of stranger danger and things that we used to have as a kid about the dangers of predators being in the playground or at the parks. Well, they're now lurking online, and we're bringing those predators into our bedroom, into our households through these devices.
That's scary. Why is this cause special to you?
There's really no more vulnerable victim than children, and they're so easily manipulated and taken advantage of by these predators who know how to manipulate and try to gain their trust.
You know, I've got a 10-year-old daughter, and sometimes I wonder, is she too young for me to have a certain conversation with her? But not really, right?
No. I think if you have that good relationship with your child, and you know what boundaries to set, that there's really no too early of a time to have that conversation.
Because sometimes they think that you're just being mean, that you don't want them to play online, but hey, what are you doing now? And so I'm hovering, I become a helicopter parent, but you have to be interested in what they're doing.
Right, you have to be aware, you have to appreciate the problem, and it's your job as a parent to protect your child. There's, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
And there's third-party products out there that you can purchase for maybe $100, install on your phone, install on the laptop that your child doesn't even know about, and you'll get forwarded messages, you'll get alerts if they're talking to strangers or the coach after hours, and that's kind of a way you can keep an eye on your children without having to hover over their shoulders.
Right. Okay, good. Yeah, you got to keep up with the technology. The Child Rescue Coalition hosts something called Town Hall Lunch and Learn. Tell us about that.
Right. Well, so April is the National Anti-Child Abuse Month, where we're combating child abuse nationwide. The Child Rescue Coalition is hosting a town hall event to raise awareness and engage the community, parents, and community leaders how to prevent child abuse and the spread of child exploitation.
That happens Thursday, right? From noon to 1:30, and it's free.
That's right.
Good to know.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much for telling us about it. Good to meet you.
Thanks, sir. Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you for coming in.